What's going on, guys? Brian here representing the Overlay Network, bringing you guys a Simorgh Deck Profile. Very budget deck that came out in Rising Rampage, and thanks to Dual Overload, it got its boss monster, which is a pretty good link monster that you guys can use to your advantage. And very cheap deck. This is a going first build, but that's right about it. Let's get on into it. We're going to start off with, whoopsie daisy. We're going to start off with 3 Simorgh Lord of the Storm. Level 8 Wing Beast monster who cannot be targeted by your opponent's spell and traps, and then when a spell attack card is activated, you can tribute one monster to target one card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. So some interesting little utility that helps you interact on your opponent's turn by tributing himself or some other wing monsters you control. And then when a wing monster you control is destroyed, battle, or card effect, well, this card is in your graveyard, you can add him back to your hand. So helping make some of your trade-ins live and get you further into your deck at no cost. So you're not negging in some cases. In some cases, but not all the time. And then we run 3 Simorgh Lord Darkness. It is important to see these guys at 3, in my opinion, because they are your big guys and they are your boss monsters in the main deck, since you can't really go into the extra deck with this deck. But he's a dark who is also treated as a win monster while he's face up on the field because of his monster effect to negate the activation of a spell trap card your opponent controls. And then when you tribute a dark or wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand or your graveyard, either or, when you do tribute a wind or dark monster. So pretty good. He's very recurable and very powerful. He is kind of the dude that I bring out more than Lord of the Storm because of his negate effect, but I do like seeing Lord of the Storm in my hand for some of the recursion he offers, and you can use him with trade and also to help you take further into your deck. And then we run 3 Little Bird, the best Little Bird, Simorgh Bird at beginning. He's your double summon when you normal summon him, and then all the little birds share the effect where if your opponent has no spell and trap cards on the field, you can special summon them from your graveyard, but they are banished when they leave the field, and you're locked into wing monsters, which makes you going into the extra deck kind of hard. Hence is why I ran it with Pot of Extrvangence for this build. And you have the wing con of the Mist Valley and the Union Carrier combo. So pretty good, pretty nice. Next we run 3 Simorgh Bird a beginning. Very good little bird also, because when he is normal summon, you can add 1 Simorgh card from deck to hand. So that's any card except for him. And then same effect, banish him if your opponent has no spell and trap cards on the field. Special summon from your graveyard, but he is banished when he leaves the field. So pretty good. Lets you add any Simorgh card except for him. So you want to maximize him at 3 for Mr. Bird at the beginning, or it, whatever it is. And then we have 3 Bird of Calamity. Your Foolish Burial when you normal summon, because it lets you send any Simorgh card from your deck to the graveyard. So pretty good, pretty nice. I just hope they get more support. These are probably the best ones that you want to run. There is another one, but he's not that great. All he lets you do is, I think, compulse, so spell and trap card on the field. So not that great. I mean, you already have Lord of Sword to do that, so that's why I didn't want to run him. You think you run 20 monsters, 19 monsters in here? Yeah, 19 monsters, because you run a lot of spells in here and a lot of draw power. So yeah, there's that. Next up for the 1-ofs, we run Dark Simorgh. Your opponent cannot set any cards while he's face up on the field. He's also treated as a wind attribute, and then you can banish 1 dark monster from your dark monster and 1 monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand, or you can banish 1 dark monster and 1 wind monster from your hand to special summon from the graveyard. So either or, really does depend on what you want to do, but the fact that he is so recurable in this deck, and since we do run light and dark like no other, it's very wind and dark, excuse me, it's very nice to be able to recur him a lot. Then the 1 Mist Valley Apex Evian along with the Mist Valley Thunderbird, because we do have the Union Carry combo, and that is the bread and butter of this deck, along with having your Dark Simorgh or one of your big birds on the field to just have negates on the field. So probably the most expensive card in here along with Desires, but well worth it for this variant of the deck. Then 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Thank God I got a reprint, so get your hands on it. Really good card. And then we run 3 Elbor's the Sacred Lands of Simorgh. So all wing monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense, and then this allows you to perform up to 3 normal summons on your turn if you have the right hand, which is a little bird at the beginning, because you can reveal 1 level 5 or higher wind monster you control to make its tribute become 1 less. So all your level 8 birds right here, these guys right here, level 7 or 8s, they become 1 tribute now instead of 2. So therefore letting you bring them out much more easily and at less cost. And very good card. And if you control wing monster when you activate this card, so you want to have your little bird out first with the bread and butter combo, is you want to have him out first and then activate this to let you perform your 3rd normal summon, because he's already a double summon upon summoning. So there's that. So, and the fact that Mr. Lord of the Storm is so recurable too, makes using this effect, the revealing, to activate the effect of a level 5 or higher wing beam monster, it makes it so much easier, hence why you run them at 3. And then 3 of those bad boys for the Simorgh card, the 3 field spell, very good field spell. And then we're going to run 3 Simorgh Onslaught. Simorgh Onslaught is a very good card because it lets you discard a Wing Beast monster. It has to be a Wing Beast to add 2 Simorgh monsters from your deck to your hand. So the fact that you can add whatever you need from deck to hand is very nice, but it has to be different attributes, so it has to be a wind and a dark. So letting you search out your win con or your negate very easily on top of your bounce. Very powerful, very good. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard the same turn to reveal 1 winged monster in your hand. Reduce the level of monster with the same name by 1 for the rest of this turn. So helping you make your little Dark Simorgh or your Mist Valley a level 6, revealing it to make it level 6 is very nice, very useful. And the fact that you can use the same turn is very good, but you can only activate 1, so keep that in mind. But nonetheless, this is one of the better cards you want to search because it is kind of your Rhoda, but there is a cost. And then for the last Simorgh card of the deck, we run Simorgh Repulsion. This lets you discard 1 beast monster to return all spell and trap cards. So it kind of like your own Hate Trunade or Giant Trunade, whatever you want to call it, whatever you think it's best for this. In archetype, searchable, and the fact that you can banish this card from card from your graveyard the same turn is very good and very powerful, helping you make the cost of your Simorghs a little less. Next up for the traps, we run 3 anti-spell fragments. Since we are going first deck, we do want to have this. Now this is something you're probably going to want to side out sometimes depending on the matchup, but for this variant of the deck we're running 3 anti-spell fragments because it helps push the win con of Dark Simorgh. Next up we run 3 Harpy's Featherstorm. Nice little card that doesn't have an empty line of text at the bottom anymore because Harpy's Feather Duster is back at 1. So this card right here lets you do the following. If you control a Wing Beast monster until the end of this turn, negate any monster effect your opponent activates. If you control a Harpy monster, you can activate this card from your hand. If this card is owner spell and trap card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add 1 Harpy's Feather Duster from deck to hand. So thanks to Maximum Gold, that got a reprint, we can now search out our Harpy's Feather Duster that much easily. Even though it is a going first build, you still want to run it because why not have it if you need it. And then the fact that this is pretty much like an impermanence for the whole field or a skill drain for the full field is very nice and helps solidify kind of your win con even more. So we run 3 of the Harpy's Featherstorm. Along with the 1-0s, we run 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and then 1 Terraform. So that's it for the 1-0s. And then for the draw power to kind of wrap this deck up, we have Trade In, 3 of them, because you do run some level 8s in here and they are pretty recurable. And then we run 3 Pot of Extravagance because the extra deck is not really a thing with this deck, so why not use it? And I finally got my hands on it, so I'm able to play this deck a little bit more competitively now in a sense, but I'm mostly needed it for Ultra, guys, to be honest with you. And that's it. If you guys don't want to run Extravagance or you guys can't afford it, then you can easily side these out for Cosmic Cyclones. Lets you banish any problems that you need, and banishing cards is kind of a thing this format. You want to have them banished, not in the graveyard. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's go into the extra deck. Alrighty guys, and for the extra deck, it's pretty straightforward since this is a Pot of Extravagance going first build. In another video I'll go over like a going second build, and if you're not running Extravagance too, so this will obviously change. We run 3 Simorgh, the Bird Link, Big Bird Link. Really good monster, pretty much, you know, however many unused spell and trap cards there are on the field, you can special summon a Wing Beast monster from your deck equal to the number on the field, equal to or less than, I believe. So yeah, very good card. And since you do run Simorgh, you can use this other effect pretty good. Instead of him being destroyed, you can just tribute another Simorgh card you control. So very nice. I just hope to get another wave of support, and there are a lot of different ways to build it. Next up, thanks to the reprint, we run 3 Link Karibo, just a really good one. And since we don't, it sucks that all the rank 4 Xyz Wind Monsters are level 4, because we only have 1, 2, and 3, and then we are kind of locked into Wing Beast 2, so there's not a really lot of good rank 8 Wing Beasts. So you just got to go with generic monsters. And thanks to the Maximum Gold, this got a reprint. It was getting pretty pricey for a common. And then this is obviously optional, but I like Relinquish Anima because it punishes people for not having putting them in the right zone. but he is kind of pricey. These could easily be Almirages, and in some cases, for the deck builds that I'm going to show, I probably will run Almirage instead of this. But very good card, and since you can bring out your level 1s pretty easily, it's very nice. And very good card, just I like Anima. And then the best rank 8 in the game, you obviously run Dingirsu, non-targeting oh my bad, that's Union Carrier, non-targeting destruction, and pretty good. Finally got a reprint. I remember when he was a $40 card, $30, so get your hands on him, boys. Really good card. And then we run 2 Union Carrier because I do not have my hands on the third one, but I will get it eventually. And pretty much the bread and butter of this deck is you want to set up your Dark Simorgh with your Infinite Negate with the Mist Valley, Apex Evian, and Thunderbird. So we run 2 Union Carrier. And then for the last spicy little one of Link, we run 1 Harpy Conductor because we can use the heavy Harpy's Featherstorm. Since we do control Harpy, we can activate it from hand instead of setting it. And if they do pop it, like I said, you can search your Harpy's Feather Duster from deck to hand. And that's it for the extra deck, guys. That's going to do it for some more. Let me know what you guys think. I'll try to come at you guys with the going second options and obviously different extra deck options. But that's it for me, and Brian with Neo Overlay Network signing out.